warm welcome and or a hot welcome, you can take it. Any bread would surely become a toast for sure. And welcome to Toastmasters. And for today, let's take some general instructions for today's meet. All of you shall keep your video on if comfortable. And you shall keep typing in chat box when and where you feel you have some questions, feedback, or you liked anything about the meeting. You can start typing as well. And right now, I would start with a small story. And at the end, I would ask you to type in chat box as well. I would ask a question there, so keep ready. Let's start. I recently came across a boy who had an aspiration to swim in ocean. Next morning, when he woke up, he was in a small island. He wasn't able to see any other neighboring islands as well. He had a vision for swimming, but he did not have the required knowledge and skills to swim in an ocean. He took a long stick and tried to measure the depth of water. And once he understood the depth of water, he felt himself bewildered. At that moment, an experienced swimmer approached to the boy and welcomed him with a smile, mentioning that he is in a safe zone, offered him safety kits, emergency kits, navigation map, and a needle. Now, fellow Toastmasters, you shall type in the chat box how the boy would be feeling right now. Over to responses. Let's quickly see the chat box. How would the boy feeling right now?
The chat is restricted only to the host.
Okay.
He would feel relieved. The boy would feel relieved.
That's actually felt comfortable to travel ahead.
Okay, awesome. So yes, now I think the chat box is also released. So those who would like to unmute and speak up as well can speak. Quick responses. TM Kaustab had mentioned relief. Dr. Anuradha had mentioned comfortable, excited, safe to travel ahead. Awesome. We're getting very good responses in the chat box. Yes, let me add one more element to it. What happened is that he was also allocated a personal mentor for the boy. Right now, how he would be feeling? Okay, there are so many chat messages coming in. Yes, he would feel safe to travel ahead. Yes, any responses? Anyone would like to quickly unmute and say how he would be feeling? He has now got a mentor as well. Excited. Wow. Fearless. Awesome. Yes, just like the same, we as budding Toastmasters today are here to receive the expert guidance on how abouts of Toastmasters. Let's put our hands together, eyes and ears wide open to welcome our program quality director, distinguished Toastmasters Gayatri, to offer her opening address, and welcome budding Toastmasters that we are in safe hands. DTM Gayatri is a technical project manager by profession and a public speaker by passion. She had done her PG on artificial intelligence and machine learning. For the last 9 years, she has been associated with Toastmasters and has served various positions at the club level as area director, as division director for Division K, and assistant club growth director for District 82. She has served as club sponsor for 2 clubs and club mentor for 3 clubs. She has served District 120 as the district logistics manager. She's known for President's Distinguished Area Director, Star Division Director, Podium Finisher in division level table topics and ISC contests. She is the district director elect for next year 2023-2024. Let's welcome our program quality director. Over to you, DTM Gayatri CG. Please, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Yavana Rajan, for that energetic welcome. And it's wonderful to see you all for one more TLI event before we end the term. This new member orientation is not something that is very commonly done in many districts, but yet it is one of the best things that can happen. I remember the first time I contested was in 3 months after I joined Toastmasters. There was an ISC contest, and my club president came and said, hey, you can be a part of it. And then I prepared a different version of my icebreaker speech. And then I thought, okay, let me just present it. Now, on the day of the contest, we had 5 judges who came from outside. Ours was a corporate club. So we met on a weekday at 3 p.m. So I felt very good for people coming from outside as judges. And then so I went and greeted every judge and I said, it's so nice that you've joined us as a judge. And they were like, no, I'm not here to judge. And then I was wondering why these people are not even accepting that they were the judges. In those days, it was only in-person contest. So the judges had to come from outside, and whoever was not from your company, they are obviously judges. But the part was that they cannot accept it. And then my president came and told me that, yeah, you know what, it's supposed to be anonymous. I said, what is anonymous? Because on top of it, to make the judges feel really good, my president had ordered for a flower bouquet. Of course, he didn't announce that they are the judges. He said, we have dignitaries from outside club. We would like to welcome them with the bouquet. So we knew the kind of judges panel. But I wasn't aware that you are not supposed to go. And judges were anonymous was something that was very new to me. I don't think it happens in any other place other than Toastmasters, right? Any public speaking contest you go, the judges are the ones who are sitting in the first row. Similarly, I contested, and then I came second in division contest, and I didn't know that there was something called judges ballot. So I prepared. I thought I was winning. The speech was going on well. Everybody liked it. And then I didn't even know after I came second that only first contestant from the division level goes to the district level. So when you don't know anything, you can still progress forward in Toastmasters. That's the beauty of this forum. You don't really have to know the judging criteria to be a good speaker. You can be yourself, and then people will come and give you evaluation and feedback, and then you can keep growing from that way. So the first time I attended a new member orientation was about 5 years later when I came to District 82. I was earlier with Bangalore. So when I came here, and then I thought, okay, there is a new member orientation. I'm here for 5 years, but still I like TLI events because it gave an opportunity to meet people outside of other club. And so I went there, and then I saw that there's so much in Toastmasters that you can actually take up. And when you become conscious and then you plan your journey in line with what you want to do in your life and your profession, the progress is much faster and much better. So instead of not having a goal, it is always better to have a goal. And we would always have a goal in our professional life, in our personal life. And I think the magic happens when you map that with your Toastmaster journey. For example, you have a problem speaking with new people. You should probably consciously take up a role that will force you to do that. For example, a contest chair at an area level or a TLI event registration chair. All these are small roles if you see it from outside, but the minute you have to go and push yourself outside of the comfort zone in a small scale, it becomes much better and your progress is very measurable. So I tell this to any new member who joins, and I think some of you might be relatively not new, like you might be attending the new member orientation after 3 years in Toastmasters. It's never too late. So I think if you haven't done this already, I would strongly suggest that you take some time, think about what you want to do in your personal life and your professional life in the next 6 months or 1 year's time frame. In fact, it would help if you can have 3 different goals for 6 months, 1 year, and 5 years. This is in general, nothing to do with Toastmasters. And then go back and see how your Toastmaster journey can be mapped to achieve that goal. You want to progress forward in your profession. Say, for example, you want to move from an individual contributor to a project manager. Take up pathways projects that will help you do that. How do you present to a professional audience? How do you manage difficult audience? You are you are looking to become a public speaker who wants to take up public speaking as a profession. Then take up some projects such as keynote speeches. And then also map the opportunities that you have in Toastmasters. Every event that you see is an opportunity for everybody. And if you are interested in roles, you can come forward and speak with the district team. And in the last few years, we have tried our best to keep every opportunity open for everybody. You would have all seen an email asking you to nominate for area director role. Some of you would have done it. Some of them will make it. The others, you will still see more opportunities coming your way. There is an opportunity in terms of being an extension team member. There is going to be opportunity to be part of TLA events. There is going to be opportunity in part of being every event. So you have to have clarity on what you want to do and then map the opportunities according to it, which will ensure that your growth is much faster and focus towards what you want to do in life. Otherwise, you will still grow, but you may not be able to enjoy the journey as much as you would do otherwise. So I think this new member orientation is a fantastic start. It gives you an opportunity to understand everything, or at least a glimpse of everything that is possible through Toastmasters. Enjoy this journey, and let's keep marching towards our goals through the Toastmasters, and let's keep growing together. Back to you, Yamuna Rajan.
Thank you, DTM Gayatri, Program Quality Director. Thank you so much for the enthusiasm you carry, the way you inspired us with the two important things is that setting a right goal, and the second point is keeping it aligned with the Toastmasters journey. So two important things you had made us think about, and thank you so much on it. Just like Rajnikant says, I say what I do and I do what I say. At Toastmasters, we walk the talk and stand by the promise we make about helping you throughout the journey of Toastmasters. Just like the boy was finding a little bit difficulty in his earlier stages, right? Here is where we are going to offer with the navigation map, needle, resource material, safety kit, emergency kit, individual mentor, expert evaluators throughout our Toastmasters journey. Today, we have our speakers, DTM Mohanakrishnan ji, along with DTM Raghavan Sridhar, who would cover all the basic information you will need to proceed on your journey in Toastmasters. So let's put our hands together to welcome distinguished Toastmasters, Mohanakrishnan ji, currently serving as Program Quality Director for District 120 for the year 2023 to 2024. DTM Mohanakrishnan has a bachelor's degree in ECE, 15 years of experience in software industry, currently working as Principal Product Manager in Gen Digital Incorporate, a passionate public speaker, an avid traveler, have traveled around 20 plus countries. His home club is Gen Toastmasters Club. He's the first member to achieve pathways in DTM in District 120. That's a great job he has done. He has served as conference chair for annual conference of Division E Illuminate 2018, Assistant Division Director Program Quality for Division I in 2018-2019, Area Director of Area I1 District 82 during 2019-2020, Division Director for Division A District 120 during 2020-2021, Club Growth Director of District 120 during 2022-2023. Let's keep our eyes and ears wide for Krishna's flute mesmerizes people, right? So over to DTM Mohanakrishnan's mesmerizing speech. Over to you. Let's welcome.
Thank you so much, Yamuna Rajan. A lot of things apart from the introduction. Good. Thank you so much for that, MC Yamuna Rajan. First of all, I welcome you all to, I see some experienced members also, but assuming a lot of you are new members here, even if it's, as Gayatri mentioned, people could be here from 2020 because that's what we called in the message saying, if you've joined after 2020, please make sure you attend this new member orientation. So welcome you all to District 120. If you have not seen those emails that came your way welcoming you, I will take this moment to welcome you all to District 120 and spending time here with Toastmasters International, right? That is one of the best investments. If you have not realized, that's totally okay. You will eventually realize what you have invested yourself in, right? One of the best investments that you have done in your life is getting into Toastmasters. I always say this, it's like going to gym. I don't go to gym, but still I would like to quote this example, right? So don't feel like it is not relatable. I don't go to a gym, even I don't go to a gym. But we have seen people, when you go to a gym, you don't see the difference of, you do dumbbells, you do some exercise, you don't see that in one single day. 1 week, no. 1 month, no. But suddenly one day you wake up and then stand in front of a mirror, you see something transformational happen to you. That's how I see Toastmasters as. And a lot of people come here for various reasons. Some people come here for communication, which I would say majority communication. Some people come here for leadership. Some people come here for networking. But you never know how your paths will cross and where you will end up in 5 years from now. Right? If you ask me and probably a few other senior Toastmasters here, when we joined, I'm here for less than 6 years. Okay. I probably thought, okay, I want to be here for communication, even though my communication has always been decent and I've never had a stage fear. But still, I joined here thinking, okay, we will get into contests, improve communication. Probably like most of you here think, okay, I will make it to world champion of public speaking, if not in 2 years, maybe in 20 years. But here I am sitting as a club growth director leading an entire district. Right? If you ask me if I had that thought when I joined Toastmasters, probably how many of you here knew, okay, this club growth director, what is that? I don't even know. Nothing wrong, right? That's how I was there. But why I'm saying this, it is going to transform you. It is going to put you into different tracks. What does it mean? It's going to bring in things that are inside you that you don't even know that exist. I also want to mention this that I've mentioned in a lot of division conferences. I don't know how many of you got a chance to attend these division conferences that happen. And analogy, now we are a new member, right? And then eventually you'll get experience. I want to bring in this analogy. You all should be knowing this small stone called pebble, right? And we all used to play with that, not hitting each other, but sometimes we should have picked it up and then throw that into waters, probably a pond or lake or whatever it is, right? So now I would say as a new member, you're like that pebble, right? So what is that you're going to do is you're just going to be there as a pebble and someone is going to be around you. It could be a mentor. It could be a senior, whoever, brought you into Toastmasters. They're going to be this person who is going to pick up this pebble, which is you, and throw you into this unknown waters, right? And that is what is going to transform you. That unknown waters is a learning that you're going to learn in Toastmasters. And not just that, it also is important that how you perform and what you take from Toastmasters, because when we throw these pebbles into these waters, you should have seen this small circle of water. It is called the ripple effect, right? The ripple effect could sometimes look very small, but you never know the impact that you create. There could be other people, your colleagues in your office or in your college or anywhere for that matter. The change that is happening inside you or within you or the transformation is going to inspire someone else. And how would they see it? The small ripple effect. People are going to see that as a tsunami of motivation. So keep in mind, you're going to inspire a lot of people in your Toastmasters journey. Similarly, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the lane, you will not be a new member anymore. There's always learning. Yes. You will have to be this person and pick up a new pebble out there. There's going to be a lot more new members coming in, and it will be your duty to act as a mentor, pick up a fellow pebble and throw them into the waters, because they transform into what they do not know what they have inside them. Right. And you heard Gayatri again saying, attending, probably few of you are attending new member orientation for the second time. We did one in person back in January. It was again amazing. We would love to do that again. Please keep attending all these sessions. I remember attending new member orientation multiple times, so 10.5 count. There was once back then trio, probably 4 years back, asked me, Mohan, you're not a new member. You've been here for 4 years. What are you doing here in this new member orientation? In a jolly way, right? No one is going to ask you that question. See, the reason is every time we go for a new member orientation, this time it's going to be Raghavan who is doing the session, right? Next time it's going to be a different trainer, which means there's going to be a different learning. So, and every time you go, you're going to meet new people from the fraternity, networking. So I have never missed an opportunity to go to events. It is fun, right? A lot of fun. That is why Toastmasters, we always say, learning comes with a lot of fun. So make sure you attend every single event that Toastmasters Leadership Institute offers. So this program is run by the Toastmasters Leadership Institute, that is run by the program quality team, and very few districts in the world does this. Right, very few districts in the world does that. So be proud that we have a Toastmasters Leadership Institute. We have a new member orientation. And one other thing I want to really bring that up is new member orientation, according to Toastmasters, is supposed to happen at your club levels. And in 5 years, if I see our district transforms into something like that, I'll be very happy. The document that we are going to present today is from Toastmasters with a few edits. But eventually, all of you here, make sure, if not this month, next year, please make sure orientation happens in your club level. That's the way to go. And we as a district is always here to support. Right? So you will hear more from me. I'll stop it here. I always say this, take pride in how far I've come. Have faith in how far I can go. And whenever you see us somewhere, any of the district officers or any of the trainers, in person or online, please always come and say hi. Very important. Make sure you say that hi. Yes. So let's do what we love and do a lot of it. And I will give it back to MC Yavanarajan.
Yeah, yes, we'll keep hearing from DTM Mohanakrishnan. Thanks for it. Yes, now it's time to come to Raghavan. When we hear this word, no, we always come to know this movie Vetayadu Vilayadu, where Raghavan with his dialogue says, "Ye kannu venun kettiyame." So that is the powerful dialogue we have that made us so interesting to watch the movie, the entire movie. The same way, yeah, today we have DTM Raghavan Sridhar, who is a Toastmaster since 2012, more than a decade. Currently working in Ericsson as a senior manager in the R&D function. He credits all of his progress personally as well as professionally to Toastmasters. His personality has been shaped by the forum and he's a proud member. He is the champion of District 120 in the ISC contest in 2022. He's also been a district finalist in evaluation and table topic contests in the past. He's a blogger, violinist, and a father. I do not know right in this sequence whether it is. He's a blogger, a violinist, and a father. His 6 years old daughter is his biggest inspiration. Salute to you. Over to DTM Raghavan Sridhar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yavana, and thank you so much for the warm introduction and so many punch dialogues to get started from Gayatri, from Mohan, from Yavan himself. Great. So thank you all so much for joining. 94 of us. That's a great strength. You know what Mohan also says, right? When we learn alone, we go a distance, but we learn together, we go so much more farther. And that's the entire spirit of Toastmasters, isn't it? The club goes together and we really go far. So I'm so happy to see all of you here. A couple of things. I am having a bad cold, so your audio aesthetics might be disturbed frequently. Pardon me already for that. Second, it's absolutely fine if we have accidental unmute, somebody saying, "What's for dinner today? Hey, bring that masala dosa, get the door closed." All of it is absolutely okay. The more we are all engaged, the better. And if you have any questions throughout this duration, do raise your hands up. I will try to catch that. And you can also unmute and ask. But the only request that I will have overall is, as the flow of the meeting is going on, some of these questions we may park for a later revisit. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen up front. Can you see? Great. So it is a little sad that only 4 or 5 of you have your cameras on. It will be great if more of you can switch on, but even I am a very hesitant video guy, so I can understand if you can't. Okay, so let's get started. So you have joined Toastmasters, right? Many of you have joined recently in the last 1-2 years. And I know for a fact that a lot of you have these questions. Hey, I have become a Toastmaster. I know this is a communication and leadership improvement forum, but how? How do I become a better communicator? How do I become a better leader? It's not just when I pay the subscription fee, I don't tomorrow become a great speaker, right? So there is a process behind this entire thing. So what you're going to see today over the next 30, 40 minutes is to show you what are the different facets of Toastmasters, what this particular district, our district number is 120. Okay. So we are district 120. Know that. Okay. Don't mix it up with anything else. Our district is district 120. What are all the different opportunities you have in district 120 and how you can make the maximum use of. What we can't cover today and what we won't cover today are, we won't go into the complete detail of every role player of the executive committee. There is an entirely separate program for it. It's called the Officers Training Program. We won't go into full details of how to judge or compete in a contest. For that, there is an entirely separate event called Judges Training Program and Contest Management. So what we will try and touch upon are the overall infrastructure, overall framework that you have, and what are the different dimensions you can take home. Okay. With that, let's look at a quick look at the agenda. What do we have in store today? So what, why, and how to make maximum use of Toastmasters. What is Toastmasters? Why should I be a Toastmaster? And how do I make the maximum use of Toastmasters? Next, what is a club? How do club meetings happen? Why do they happen? How do they not happen? And what should go into each club meetings? How do I make my club meeting great? How do I attend every meeting without finding excuses? I'll try to give you some of these tips for that too. Pathways. That's a universe in itself. And what is pathways? How to access pathways? What should we do about it? What should we not do about it? What is in it for us? So on and so forth. And finally, there's an entire section on mentoring, leadership, and recognitions in TMI. We will wrap it up at the end with some questions that you have asked. We had about 190 registrations, so about 200 questions that we have received. What I have tried to do is categorize them into a few questions. Some of the questions I will read out myself. Some please feel free at the end to ask. Okay, so it's going to be a packed half an hour. I'll try to keep it as engaging and as entertaining as possible. Because what's Toastmasters without some fun, huh? So let's get going. This is basically a word cloud of all of the questions or thoughts you put into that survey, right? So what's the importance of Toastmasters? How do I learn? What's my journey? How do I speak? How do I learn? So like you saw in my introduction, I've been a Toastmaster since 2012. And one question that I get asked is, Raghavan, you don't have anything else to do, huh? Why 11 years Toastmasters, right? And I tell them this answer. When I joined in 2012, my mentor was DTM Karthik Srinivas. He's not with us anymore, but he's one of the best speakers I've ever seen in my life. And he told me, and listen to this carefully, huh? He told me, Raghavan, if you can get out of Toastmasters what you can get out of Toastmasters, you will never get out of Toastmasters. If you can get out of Toastmasters what you can get out of Toastmasters, you will never get out of Toastmasters. I hope you get the hang of it. What he means is if you are able to make maximum use of this forum, and if you're able to extract from it whatever you can extract from it continuously, you will never want to go away. You will never think, you $60 now, what? For a month, what is there for $60? Hey, meeting every week, 1 hour, what will I do in that meeting? When I go into the meeting, only 5 people are there. Why will you will never ask these questions if you're really able to get out of this forum what you really can get out of this forum. Some of us have got our jobs. Some of us have got great rewards. Some of us have progressed professionally in Toastmasters. Some of us even get our wives from Toastmasters. And somebody like me has got all of this from Toastmasters. You can too, leave the wife part, but everything else you can too, but you must invest your time, effort, and energy into this forum without second thoughts, and you'll get the maximum out of this forum. So let's see. So here is the ultimate question, right? Great theory, Raghavan. Great, excellent. But how did you get whatever you got from Toastmasters? But most importantly, how can I, as a member, take the maximum out of this forum? What all should I do? Well, for starters, Set yourself a goal. Right now, today, at this moment, if you have not done before, forget it. Even if you're a member for 2 years, right now, set yourself a goal. The goal can be anything. I want to be a better speaker. I want to be a better leader. Hey, I want to be like this, Raghavan. I want to be the one speaking in front of 100 people in the audience. I want to win championships. I want to, whatever you want. I want to earn a lot more money. And speaking is a way to do that. Great, sure. But right now, in the silence between my words, figure out your goal. But ensure that goal is out of reach, but not out of sight. Huh? If you say, tomorrow I want to become a millionaire, that's not a goal. That's a pipe dream. That's fantasy. But you say, I want to take my first step towards becoming a millionaire from tomorrow. That's a goal that you can slightly out of reach, but with effort, you may be able to grab hold of it. So set yourself a goal right now, a goal for your career, for your personal development, for anything that you can achieve through Toastmasters right now. That's the first step. I hope in the silence you figured out your goal, because I did that. It took me 5 seconds and somebody on stage was speaking. I was like, I want to be like you, Diwakar. One day I want to go onto that stage and have everybody watching me. And that dream led me to so many other things. So find out what you really want. Next, hey, there is a silver bullet. Huh? There is a silver bullet to get everything possible from Toastmasters. Attend your meetings regularly. One of my mentors was also DTM Vijay Lakshmi Soundararajan. Some of you should definitely know her. She said, Raghavan, because I was asking her one day, Vijay, what is this, Vijay? We are taking time off from our office time, 1 hour every week. You're coming. I'm asking my manager, telling lies and all to him. I'm coming to the meeting. Only 4 or 5 of us are here. It's taking too much effort, Vijay. Is it even worth it? And then Vijay told me sometime in 2013, 12, 13, she said, Raghavan, there will be days when there will be only 3 people in a meeting. You, me, and a fly. How we run the meeting on that day will determine how far we go as Toastmasters. You, me, and a fly, and how we run the meeting that day will determine how far we go as Toastmasters. And there were days like that in every club I've been, when you must have experienced that, right? When strength is very low, when even role players who have promised to take the roles have not turned up. If you cancel that meeting, or if you, okay, whatever we have, we'll just not do the full roles, you'll run it. If you take the shortcut, you will always be taking the shortcut. But if you sweat it out on that day, take multiple roles. There were days when there were only Vijay and me. We never canceled meetings in CGI, the club that I was with. We ran consecutive meetings until 350 when I was there. 350 consecutive meetings. Imagine that. Only public holidays were leaves. How do you run 350 consecutive meetings? Only by not cancelling it at all. So there are days when only 2 of us were there. She will be a Sergeant at Arms, I will be the presiding officer. She'll be the TM MOD, I'll be the general director. She'll be the speaker, I'll be the TT master. She'll be the TT speaker, I'll be the TT value. We've run that. We have run meetings like that. So for you to succeed, put yourself through what Mohan said, right? You're going to the gym. You can go to the gym and come back. You go to the gym and I'm feeling very tired. I'm not going to pick up the dumbbell. You're never going to progress. Right? So the silver bullet is attend meetings regularly. And don't just attend. Don't just be a spectator. That's the easy way out. Take roles. Commit yourself to this. See, having been there, I know it's easy to find 100 reasons why we cannot attend a meeting. I've been coughing like crazy for the last 1 week. So much so, my wife is like, why are you even going to speak for 1 hour? Why are you punishing the audience? It's easy to find an excuse and say, hey, okay, I'm coughing, so I won't. But what's the right choice is I have given a commitment. Let me try what I can. And if I'm coughing when my throat bursts out, I can always blame Mohan, right? Because he pushed me to it. And you know how smartly he said, this time it is going to be Raghavan. Next time it's going to be some other trainer. So he's already told me that I have only this opportunity. I'm not getting another one. So it's easy for us to always give a reason for not taking a role, for not attending a meeting. But if you as a new member continue to find such reasons, you will never get the maximum out of the forum. So always push yourself to attend these meetings and take the roles in these meetings. Please go outside your club. Some of us are champions in our clubs. Every time we go to the stage, we win a best speaker ribbon, best role player award, best TTM, and we are happy in that zone. You know what they say, right? Growth is outside your comfort zone. So just go outside, go to other clubs, meet with other people, put yourself into these spaces where you are uncomfortable, where you're not familiar with the surroundings, where the table topics, what they say, you don't even understand a word because they are so high in English that you're scared. Put yourself into these meetings time and time again because they will help you progress. Many of us are working professionals, so we will say weekdays itself, Raghavan, attending a Toastmaster meeting is difficult. What Saturday, Sunday and all you're doing? I have 2 kids and my wife is waiting right outside the door. It's not easy at all. But when you do it, trust me, you will improve much better. After all, you are paying and you have taken a membership. You are here only to improve yourself. So please, what I'm trying to say is don't get excuses. Please take roles in every event. Like this event, for example, look at how Evana is doing, right? I mean, the energy that he's bringing into the emceeing is outstanding. It's really refreshing to see. And so it can be you next time. Like Mohan has already said, some other trainer only will come, not me. So it's your chance, right? You can be that person. You can be this MC. You can be the one addressing 100+ people. It's such pride, you know. Every time you're able to do something like this is outstanding. So do take roles. Do put your hands up. We are always looking for people to get programs done. I'm not going to say we are short of role players. No. But with more of you, we can do more such events. So always be there to step up. And hey, one of the most well-kept secrets of my journey, I've never felt ashamed to say, hey, I don't know, help me. So many of us, everybody you see around who is always walking as if they know everything, that's only because we know we don't know everything. But we have you, and we can reach out to any of you here for help and you will help us. So reach out, take help, ask for it. Hey, I want to get this script mentored. I am lazy. I want to become better. I am super active and I want to do so many projects, but my club is limiting. So what else can I do? How can I do this? How can I do that? Just reach out, take help. Trust me, that can be the difference between you being a good speaker and being an extraordinary one. Finally, contest. I know you, and you are saying the speech is not ready. There are better speakers and all. I know he will only or she will only win. You're doing that, right? I know you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You have not contested, no. You have found reasons. Contest. You have paid for the buffet and you are saying, I will drink only soup. You have paid 1,499 rupees. Soup alone. I'm not on diet and all, but main course. If you don't contest, you're losing out on a huge part of Toastmasters. Hey, I'm not speaking about speech contest alone. Huh? Contest the elections too. You will lose. I lost just now. Huh? You will lose more elections than you win. But you know what will happen when you contest? You will change. Your life will change. I thought, personal experience, I thought somebody was like this. Once I contested, I realized, oh, this person is not like this. This person is something else. In positive ways, negative ways also, that doesn't matter. But the world appears to you in a totally different color when you contest, in speech contests and in these roles as well. Contest for your executive committee roles. Contest for your area director roles, division director roles, the trio roles. There is a reason why a forum like Toastmasters has elections in it, because it helps you transform better. So friends, if nothing else in this session sticks to your mind, ensure this slide sticks to you, because this is all of the secrets to succeed in the forum. And this is a brainstormed slide pack of so many mentors, so many of us that you see on screen. We will get the slide pack across to you, but it's always okay to take a snip of it and keep it for your memory as well. Okay, good. Let's keep going. Right, so Raghavan, you told about goals. So what are these goals? How do I set up these goals? And I also asked you in the silence between sentences very less to think of a goal. I don't know if your club gave you this form. Every time a member joins a club, the club is supposed to give you a handout. It is called a new member profile. It asks you your profile. Okay, you fill up some details. And one of the things that it asks is, what are your goals? Some clubs have it in practice, some don't. Again, this is an education for you. If your club is not having the habit of sending out this new member profile, it's a good it's a good thing for you to go back to your club executive committee. And if you are the president yourself, reach out to your area directors and division directors or any other support mechanisms you have. Ask them, hey, where can I find this new member profile? Get that new member profile. You fill it up first. Give it to your new members also. It is where people write what they expect from the forum and what they really want to achieve as well. And yeah, I hope if you have not got the form, get it. Has any of you done this? Raise your hands. Let's see if the interactions are still valid. I'm actually finding an excuse to drink water. Huh?
Okay,
good.
There are a few hands.
Yeah, Prasanna, Selva, good. Great. So the rest who have not, please go back to your club executive committee and ask them to get you the new member profile. You can always Google or even ask ChatGPT. But yeah, in that you write what are your goals. So find out nice goals, write it. And our objective, when I say our, the entire forum, the trio, the extension team, the trainers, your mentors, people around, non-role players like me, all of us, our job is to ensure in some way or form we support you in achieving your goals. Try to keep your goals connected to or within the gambit of leadership and speaking. Because if you say, I want to travel the world, that's your goal. Sure. If you're a Toastmaster, when you travel, the experience could be better. But Toastmasters may not be able to buy you a ticket to travel all around, okay? Unless you are trio. Now Mohan is going to Hawaii and all, so maybe that will happen. But have something related to speaking and leadership, and so we can make it come true. Okay, good. Some of the possible goals that you could have, just giving you an example. I want to become a distinguished Toastmaster. I hope you all know what a distinguished Toastmasters is. It's the highest award that Toastmasters gives you, highest individual award. You get it. How many? Let's see. Let's have a quiz. How many paths should you complete to get a DTM?
2.
Brilliant. 2. Sweta, good. There are also multiple leadership roles that you have to do. When you complete these 2 paths, you will also be able to do that. So I want to become a DTM. It's a good goal. I want to be a fantastic leader. Yeah, it's a possible goal. You can have that as a goal. I want to win the World Championship of Public Speaking. Fantastic goal. Or a totally intangible goal that only you can measure. I want to transform myself and unleash the inner Superman or Superwoman. Right? So I want, Raghavan, all those awards are fine. All I want to do is I am thinking in my regional language and I'm trying to translate it when I'm speaking. This itself is causing so much trouble for me. All I want to do is speak proper English. So trophy and all later. I want to just speak in English. Great. I want to become a better speaker. I want to be confident on stage. I want to get that promotion at work. And the only thing stopping me right now is the fluency in which I speak or the bridge between my thoughts and language. Great. That's a great goal. All you have to do is be specific about your goal and speak it out into the universe. Because trust me, all of us Toastmasters will tell you, when you tell the universe what you want, the universe conspires to get it for you. And we are here as Toastmasters to help you as well. So have a clear goal. Right. Now, one of the ways in which your goal can become a reality is through your clubs. Let's do a quick quiz, okay? And we're going to talk about the club a little bit. Now, the minimum number of members a club needs to have to charter, okay, that word is missing here, to charter, to start off, is dash. How many members does a club need to serve as minimum to even get chartered? I don't know if I have access to chat. I have access to chat. Okay. 8 is not right, Yavana. Okay. Rohini says 20. Shweta says 20. Srividya says 20. Rohini, how did 2 become 20 suddenly? Yavana also said 2. Hey, 2 and all are becoming 20. Kausalya NS is 5. Suganya is 20. Srishti says 20. Okay. The answer is 20. Hey, I would love to hear your voices. So next time you can unmute. It will be better.
Raghavan, actually, the 2 is for the previous question.
2 is for the Hey, why are you suddenly showing a red card to me?
No, that was by mistake.
Yeah, suddenly he's like totally blank. Yeah. Good. Okay, thank you. So yeah,
for the previous question. So how many pathways needs to be completed for?
Okay. My bad, man. Sorry, but still, I will say it's your mistake. Yeah, sure. But yeah, 20 is the right answer. Okay, now, next set of questions. A club is run by a set of how many officers? Somebody's typing here. Yavana says 2. No, that's... Okay. Avinash Kumar says 8. Bhanumati says 10. Bhanumati, that's a little ambitious, okay. 10 people, okay. If it's choose best answer, it will be good. No, that's the entire point. Okay, Srividya says 8. Rohini says 7. Okay. Now, I will give you that answer for that. But what is this team called? There is a name given to this team, right? So what is this team called?
Executive Committee.
Srishti, go for it. Expand it.
Executive Committee.
Bhanumati, give me 1 second. Executive Committee. Yes, Bhanumati, go ahead. What did you say?
No, I said 10 for the previous one. This I said 7. The ExCom I said 7.
Hey, now all of you are cheating, okay? Now you have learned from Yavana. So if I ask why, you will say, but okay, Bhanumati, I trust you. Okay, good. But yeah, Srishti, you are right. It's called the Executive Committee. And it has 7 officers. The 8th officer is, of course, the immediate past president. But we have, when we start a club, we have 7. Yeah, and this committee is called the Executive Committee. Well done. And for those of you who didn't know, please know this. If you are starting a new club, the minimum number of members your club must have is 20. It must have an executive committee who are like the board of directors. And there are 7 role players who must be part of that executive committee. Now, who can quickly tell me the 7 roles?
Sergeant at Arms.
Okay, go ahead.
VPM, VPPR.
President.
Secretary.
Let's follow chivalry. Let's give Subhashri the opportunity to finish. Okay, Subhashri, go for it. Sergeant at Arms, you started at the bottom and then you went to president at the top. Now you have to fill the in-between.
VPE.
Okay.
Treasurer.
Why don't you explain what VPE is?
Vice President Education.
Okay, President, Vice President Education. Then
Treasurer.
Secretary. Okay.
Sergeant at Arms.
What happened to the in-between? You ate? Okay, good. All the answers you gave are correct. Subhashri, let's go to Srishti. Srishti, please, quickly.
Vice President Membership.
Okay.
Vice President Public Relations.
Okay.
And other than that,
the blanks, huh?
Yeah, other than that, she has already correctly said it and explained it.
Okay. I'm going to give a chance to someone else other than the 2 lovely ladies. You're right. Who can give me all 7 quickly? Go ahead, Prasanna.
Yeah, I will call it out in order. I do MOM, so it might be benefit to the members who are there here. Start with the president, followed with VP membership, which is vice president membership, followed with VP public relation, followed with secretary, followed with
You
treasurer.
could have gone ahead without the disclaimer, okay? You gave a disclaimer saying I'll go in order, but you're right. But you swallowed the vice president education. But yeah, let me just quickly show you. Good try, Prasanna. You are right. I know.
Thank you.
I just swallowed education in between. But yeah, president is the top. He's like the CEO. You have the vice president education, membership, public relations, secretary, treasurer, sergeant at arms. And you can equate it all to your board of directors as well. You will see a CEO, a COO, a chief learning officer, chief financial officer, chief marketing officer, your admin head, and your secretary, executive secretary, right? So that's how Toastmasters organization, if you think about it, look at how beautifully Toastmasters thought of this organization. The club is almost like a company, and the board of directors is what is inspiring the executive committee, and you have these roles. Now, when I explain this mapping itself, you will get an idea of what a president should do, what a vice president education should do, what a vice president membership should do, public relations should do, etc. So you can map it. And of course, like I said, in the officers training program that will come very soon, please do attend it. And if you are a first time, or even if you're taking up that role, please attend the officers training program. You will get more details there. Let me keep moving forward. So that's how a club is structured. Now, how does a club meeting happen? Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and try this. Now, how quickly we can wrap this up depends on you. Don't make me regret asking you this, okay? You should not swallow any role in between, but I want one of you or some of you to attempt this. Who can tell us the entire flow of a regular Toastmasters meeting? When I say regular, I'm not talking about a milestone meeting. I'm not talking about a meeting where you have educational speaker. I'm not talking about any other special event. A normal meeting number 7 of your Toastmasters club. Who starts? What's the flow? Where does it end? Can one of you go for it? Prasanna, you can mute someone else. Go ahead. Okay, let's go to Kirtan George. Good boy, raising his hands on virtual and in the camera too. Kirtan, okay, your time starts now. Go for it.
First will be the introduction of the guest and icebreaker.
No, okay, give me a second. What I want you to tell me are role players. Okay, here is a sample. So the first role, what the role player does, we will come to it. If you can cover it, otherwise, just tell us the role player. So the first speaker in any Toastmasters meeting will be your meeting sergeant at arms. This sergeant at arms can be the same executive committee member or some other member can play this role. The sergeant at arms will come in, ask people to come to order, announce the 3 meeting rules and responsibility. Put your phone on silent. Don't talk about gender, religion, politics. Don't cross talk. And then he will introduce another role player, right? So, Kirtan, I want you to try and tell me the role players in order. Can you, or shall we go to someone else?
I think I got confused.
No problem. No problem. Let's go to Arun Mori Villalan. And then...
Yeah, the sergeant at arms will open the meeting.
Okay.
Followed, will introduce the president of the club. The president will take over. The president will introduce the guest and the TMOD of the day. The TMOD will then come into picture. The TMOD will run the show. He will start with introducing the theme of the day along with the general evaluator. The general evaluator will come in and given his team, which will be the tag team, will be introduced by the general evaluator. The evaluation team will be reserved for later.
Arunmani, tell us what is a tag team. Explain.
Okay, the tag team will be the timer, R-counter and grammarian in every Toastmaster meeting, which will be under the general evaluator.
Okay.
So the general evaluator will introduce the tag team first so that the timer, R-counter and grammarian will be introduced. The grammarian will introduce the word of the day and the theme of the day to the club.
Right.
Proceeding with the, and the stage will be given back to the TMOD. TMOD will then introduce the flow of the meeting, which will start with prepared speeches. Prepared speeches followed by table topics master will come over and take over table topics. calling guests and members to participate in impromptu speeches, after which it will again be given back to the TMOD. TMOD will now call for the last and final session of a general meeting, which is conducted in Toastmasters, which will be the evaluation session. The prepared speeches will be evaluated by so many number of evaluators, which will be part of the general evaluation team. So the general evaluator will again come and introduce the tag. He'll call back the tag team for the tag reports.
Let's quickly do this, right? So general evaluator will take care of the overall evaluation, tag and speech evaluation, and gets the control back. Then what happens?
Then he gives it back to the TMOD. TMOD will conclude the meeting and give it back to the president. President will wind up with asking guests for their feedback and launching the polls for the winners and role players.
Brilliant, brilliant.
With that, they will close it.
Brilliant. Thank you so very much, Arunmari. You saved a lot of my efforts, but yeah, brilliant flow. All right. Members, if there is one thing I can change in the district today, it would be this. Mohan is showing a pen. No, okay. A lot of us, included, me and you included, mix up the order and the flow of the meeting quite often. What that is doing is many meetings when we attend, we are totally turned around. Sometimes Sergeant at Arms comes and directly invites TMOD. The TMOD comes and directly calls timer, accounter, grammarian. A table topics master comes in and calls an evaluator. The Sergeant at Arms does not announce the ground rules before starting. The general evaluator gives speech evaluations also. And this is starting to be slightly more frequent in some of our clubs. You heard what Arunmari said. You saw the graphic on screen. We will send the slide back to you so you can see it again. The one request I have for all of each one of you are an ambassador of a club. You are an ambassador of this forum. Memorize this meeting flow in your mind. Imprint this. If every Toastmasters meeting happens in this flow, the experience will be magical. Really, it will be magical. If you are a guest, the first thing you will say as feedback is, how professional are you guys? It's so beautiful how you flow. Every role player has a specific responsibility, and when each of them carries it through and the meeting goes in a proper circle, the first feedback every guest will say is, I was mind blown by how professional you are, by how everybody seems to know what to do. That is slightly missing nowadays. And that's why we are doing NMO. It's nobody's fault, but it's a collective responsibility of all of us to ensure this happens. Okay. So, Sergeant, and when I show these arrow marks, right, I want to tell you two things. Every role player must introduce the next person who comes onto the stage. For example, a Sergeant at Arms must introduce the president. You know, as a president, right? You know why somebody takes up a president role? Because you know, if done properly, there are 52 different ways in which you will be introduced. One, every week you should be introduced, right? Same introduction you should. If you ask Yavana to introduce me tomorrow, Yavana, I'm sure, will use some other words. He will say, Raghavan is the one who did this NMO that day. So something will happen, right? So as a president, you are entitled to get 52 different introductions. So as a Sergeant at Arms, it's your job to introduce your president in different ways. Don't take the lazy route out. Don't say, the most energetic Toastmaster in our club, Raghavan Sridhar. I will lose out all energy if you do that. And the presiding officer must introduce the TMOD, proper introduction. The TMOD must introduce the general evaluator. The general evaluator must introduce the tag team and speech evaluators. The TMOD must introduce a prepared speaker. must introduce a table topics master. TT master cannot introduce the TT speakers, but calls them up and gives them a warm welcome. And every time if you're on a physical stage, do not leave the stage empty at all. So the first thing is introduce. Second thing is never leave the stage empty. The stage is like a 3-year-old baby. You don't leave it like that, right? You wait, get somebody else, shake hand, hand over the baby, then leave. Very simple thing, handshakes. If you do it properly, it gives a great optics of professionalism. Never leave the stage empty. Call the next role player. Let he or she walk from wherever they are walking in. Come, shake hands, and then move. If they are on hybrid, if you are in a physical meeting, somebody else is in online, wait until they come up and then say the stage is yours, then move. So have these two things that will make it professional. But yeah, once again, great appreciation to you, Arun Murray. Well done. That's the flow of a meeting. So the club has a structure, the meeting has a structure. Our responsibility is to follow this structure and deliver professionalism as we do it. Okay, good. How are we on time? I got the green card. Let's try to slightly speed up proceedings. Right. There are so many opportunities, like I told you already. And what are these opportunities? Well, you all should definitely already know there are 3 kinds of clubs, CCC: corporate, community, college, right? Or institutional clubs. You'll be in a corporate, open to only corporate employees; community in your area, open to anybody in and around the area; and then, of course, college or university clubs, where it's open to the people or staff of the university. As a Toastmaster in any one of these, you get access to all 3. I have gone to many colleges. I've gone to almost every corporate club in Chennai. You get to walk into all these nice offices and taste nice coffee. Some coffee is good, some is forgettable, but you get to go in there. And when you go to community clubs, you get all these snacks. Food, but yeah. Contests. There are 4.
Raghavan, you are
muted.
Oh, I got muted. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. 4 contests: international speech contest, table topics, evaluation, and humorous. Evaluation and humorous speech contests happen around August, September, and international speech and table topics happen January onwards, right? So 2 seasons contests happen, and then they go until the district level. Now, I was actually going to ask somebody to tell me the hierarchy, but I will show you the hierarchy already on screen. You are a member. You are the most basic fundamental building block. A collection of members form a club. I hope, let me see if I can get the pointer. I hope you're all following my screen. A collection of members form a club. A collection of clubs form an area. A collection of areas form a division. Collection of divisions form a district. A collection of, now until this common knowledge, most of you must know. Even if you didn't know, you should know now. Club, area, division, district. That's where a lot of our visibilities end. But there's an entire world beyond that as well. A collection of districts is called a region. And then board of directors govern a region. And then, of course, there is the world headquarters. So please know this. We belong to region 13, 1-3. Our district number, what is our district number?
120.
Brilliant, 120. And then now there are so many of you. Please learn and know what is your division. In the division, which is your area, what is your club? And there is a club number associated with your club as well. Try to see if you can know it. I know I belong to division D, area 3. So my club is D3. My club name is Ericsson Toastmasters Club. My club number is 05726507. Sexy when you say it like that, right? Know it, and you can also feel that in your whenever you go and tell it to people. Like I've told you, there are contests, and then there are 3 contests which start from club and end at district. Humorous contest, evaluation contest, table topics contest. Winners from club go to area. Winners from area go to division. 1 winner from the division per division goes to the district. And then you're crowned the district champion and your journey stops there. Then there is this mother of all contests, international speech contest, that starts at the club, goes to the area, division, district, and then from the district, I said, what is above district? Region, right? There is a regional quarterfinals, and then there is a world championship semifinals, and then there is the world championship international level where contestants from across the globe of Toastmasters come in, and then there is a winner. Aspire for it. At least some of you have the aspiration to win the district contest or go to the world championship stage. This district has a great history and legacy of producing champions. I have interacted and met and contested and lost to all the champions that have come till now. It's a great feeling. It's outstanding feeling to be contesting. Please take up contesting. Okay. Now, we spoke about these hierarchy, right? Club, area, division, district. So Raghavan, what's the point of having all this? Because of this, what does it use for me? Now it's getting a little above me, right? Until now, you're talking about your goals, my contest I contest in, my club, my committee. But what do these hierarchy help me with? Well, every layer has what is called a council meeting or an administrative layer. So clubs have a club executive committee meeting where all 7 meet, greet, and discuss how to run the club. And then area has what is called an area council meeting. Similarly, a division council and a district council. So Toastmasters has given a clear structure to run the governance of this. So each member gets properly attended to and the progress is governed. In area, some of your area directors are here. I see a couple of division directors also in the meeting. So in every council meeting, you are supposed to give reports. How are the clubs doing? How many members are there? How many of them are attending meetings? How many members have mentors? How many are able to take maximum out of this forum, so on and so forth. And then frame a specific action based on these reports and then decide on the next steps as well. What is important for you to know, my friends, as new members, is there is a specific governance structure. Even if you don't know, there are people who are systematically observing you with the intention of supporting and helping you. So yeah, division, area, division, and district all have councils. Now this meeting is sponsored by or brought to you by Toastmasters Leadership Institute. Nice marketing there, right, Arun? I don't know if it's Arun is here. So we have what is called TLI, Toastmasters Leadership Institute. So we showed you how your club takes care of you. I just showed you how the councils are there to take care of you. We also have what is called the TLI, where multiple sessions throughout this year are already planned. This is one such meeting. There will be many programs that will come that will teach you some facet of Toastmasters. Again, it's easy to say, Raghavan, weekend and all personal time, we can't attend. But if you are able to attend, please make time to attend these 1 or 1.5 hours meeting. There will be so much you can learn and it will help you move forward. There are going to be a lot of programs. The goal of TLI is to get education across to you, information across to you, and give you opportunities as well. These are all some of the regular programs that will be planned. Dates will be announced soon. There will be more programs also coming your way. I'll send this slide across to you. That will be information overload if I go through everything, but be aware of it. Which brings me to the most important segment. It's called pathways, right, Raghavan? All of it is great, but how do I learn in Toastmasters? How do I get maximum out of Toastmasters? What is the education path? Well, it is called the pathways. Pathways, yeah. And there are 11, 12 paths that give you a host of competences that you can take in, learn, do, and improve. To walk you through these pathways, and how to make maximum use of it, I will give it back to the current Club Growth Director and the Program Quality Director-elect. President is not bad, no? One someday. The Program Quality Director-elect for the next year, DTM Mohanakrishnan. Mohan, the screen and stage are yours.
Thank you, DTM Raghavan, for that amazing work what all a new member needs, and I'm sure there is more to it. With a little time, hopefully we'll be able to complete. I'm going to be very fast. Just want to make time to, I want to recognize a few district officers here who joined late. Of course, Division A Director Subhashni is here. Hi, Subhashni. I see Area Director Pratibha here. Hi, Pratibha. And then I see Rajavali here. Hi, Rajavali. If there is someone else, you're not on video, or I have not seen your face, please say hi in the chat. But yeah, thank you for making time. I'm sure this is like your 4th or 5th new member orientation. Thank you for being here. So pathways, very important. This is like the academics that Toastmasters gives us, right? First things first, after the session, with all the energy that you have got, if you have not enrolled into pathways, please go ahead and enroll into pathways. All right, that is very important. And we're not going to cover a lot of things here in new member orientation, just a gist of it, because we do an exclusive workshop on pathways. So please reach out to your area director, division director, or anyone here. We will help you. If your club needs, you can have exclusive pathway sessions on workshops to do how to go about, but we'll cover basic things here and how pathways, has been till now. Pathways is actually the digital transformation of Toastmasters. Why am I saying this? Right? Digital transformation like the world is going through. Because before pathways, it was something called a traditional program. I'll talk about that in a bit. But we were District 82. You all heard our district is 120 now. But 3 years back in 2020 is when we split. We were part of District 82 along with Sri Lanka. What does it mean? Yes, we all were going to Sri Lanka. 200 of us were going to Sri Lanka when the district conference happened, and 200 of them from Sri Lanka used to come to Chennai. Right? That's how the districts were. And just want to use this opportunity to tell how much you have grown. 10 years ago, entire India and Sri Lanka was one district with 100 clubs. Today, Tamil Nadu alone has 155 clubs. That's how much Toastmasters has grown. And that's how much, I would put it this way, that's how much people of India has realized that they need the skills of communication and leadership and presentation. Right? So 2018 was when that Pathways is launched. Before that, believe it or not, we all used to carry a notebook in hand. It's called Competent Communication, Competent Leader, and then Advanced Communication, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Advanced Leadership, Bronze, Silver, and all those things. And then DTM, there used to be several speeches. I was able to do a few projects. Raghavan did it in the traditional way. He completed everything. I'm into Pathways. But we used to complete these projects and stand in queue to the VP because we complete a project when the Vice President of Education signs. Okay. And if you don't bring the notebook, you stand outside of the meeting room. Not really, but yeah, that's how it used to be. So yes. So Pathways, as I said, it's a digital transformation. They brought in new 11 unique paths, more to do with our corporate world and how the world has been changing. It is an amazing program if you've really done that, right? I also saw Jyoti Thomas ma'am here who was completed 7 paths. Correct me if I'm wrong, ma'am, in chat, but which is amazing, right? We have a lot more people doing that. So 11 unique paths teaching us a lot of different competencies. There are over 300 competencies that Pathways has to offer. There should be more that is hidden. And you take a small assessment. When I say assessment, don't feel bad, not like an exam that we took up in college, but questions like, are you afraid to stand in front of an audience, right? Those kind of questions. And the AA kind of comes and recommends you with 3 paths. So each path has about 5 levels with different things to do with. And these are the 11 paths. If you have not seen, you will be able to see that in your profile when you log in, or you can just Google, right, and go to the toastmasters.org. That is the key website that we all need to go. This is how it looks. Each level, teaches about main skills and additional skills and everything. So I'm not going to go through any of these in detail because there's always a workshop. TLA will conduct a Pathways workshop sometime in the future. So make sure you attend that to learn in detail. One important thing I want to bring up, Pathways Mentor Program. You remember the Pebble story that I mentioned. Today, you are a new member, and there'll be a time where you have to pick up and throw a pebble, which means you all have to be a mentor and Toastmasters sometime. So after you finish level 2, there is something called Pathways Mentor Program that gets enabled. Please make sure it's more than a 6 months project where you find a mentee and then mentor them. Right. So please make sure you do this project. It is amazing learning. That is very important. So yeah. A few of you had requested, in the registration form, talking about we need guidance on level 3 projects, level 4 projects, level 5 projects. A lot of things. You see all these things. Managing online projects, you won't believe in 2018 when Pathways was launched, people, including me, laughed at this project. Online meeting. Why? And then imagine what we've been doing after COVID. I'm not saying that's how ahead of time Toastmasters thought, but yes. So a lot of things that could be your career. Sometime tomorrow you could be a digital marketing guy if you do this. Podcast, you could make money out of that sometime in the future. All these projects motivate others. You could pick up a team. You could take up a small responsibility in your area team or division team or anything like that, and you could play a chair role and motivate your members executing a project. That could be a project for you. Right. And then prepare to speak professionally is a project that some people had asked. One example that I could give is, one of the members had taken up a OTP trainer because it's talking professionally in front of about, say, 30, 50 people. And that's what the project requests. So, yeah. And then lead in any situation is, again, a 6 months project. You can take up any project that is there where you lead with a lot of members, get a 360 evaluation, and then go ahead and do that. This was a unique project where TA recommends, there's this project called Managing a Difficult Audience. TA says, you put up fake people in your club and then ask them to disturb you. Someone will talk in phone when you're speaking and all those. But we took courage. I see Subhashni and even Raghavan, of course, offline, but I mean, not in video, but we were doing this in person in Savita Engineering College. Guys, 500 first year students. Do you think there is something bigger than managing difficult audience than 500 first year students? We did it real time. It was really difficult. Okay. So sometimes, TA will recommend saying you do it in your club level, small way. No, you can go ahead and do something bigger. So Pathways, choose a path and all those things. If you have not done, as I mentioned, I'm going to skip this, but you can navigate that. You're not going to break anything there. Go around and play is what I recommend. Right? Select a path and all those things. Make sure you select a digital, and Pathways is there in more than 11 languages, and they keep increasing that, including Tamil. Pathways start to DTM. Raghavan spoke about this. So you have to be a club officer for 12 months. If you are a 6 months club, two officer roles. And then you have to be a district officer. What is a district officer? Area director and above. Area director, division director, club growth director, anything. You have to be a club mentor or coach or club sponsor or speechcraft. You don't have to remember all these if it feels like a jargon. There'll be a separate sessions for all these. If you think that should be something interesting, please do. Most importantly, the first thing you have to do is complete 2 paths. 2 full paths and pathways. And then there is something called a DTM project. That is a separate project that you do for 6 months or 1 year or how long ever you want. Make sure you do, even for your speeches, right? Make sure you do something that satisfies you. Not just because you give a speech and get that level 1 certificate. No. So yes, that's very important. And then you become a DTM. That's all for Pathways. You know where to reach out, your area director or anyone on office. You can reach out if you need sessions for your Pathways workshop in your club. There are a lot of people who can help you in that, but make sure you reach out. With that, I'm going to pass it on back to DTM Raghavan Sridhar.
Thank you so much, Mohan. That was a crash course on Pathways. Friends, I'll give you a quick summary, right? There are 2 things you must do. Please go to toastmasters.org, log in with your credentials, with your email address you've given, register and password. Go to Pathways. First of all, pick up a path and assign it to yourself and get started. Okay. Second, reach out to your club, to your vice president education to get more information on how to get started, or if you have a mentor assigned already, get started off on Pathways. I know Pathways is a slightly denser topic. Okay. And in NMO, like I told you at the start, we are covering Pathways along with so many other topics as well. So we have not deep dived into Pathways yet. Okay. There will definitely be sessions that we will take it as a recommendation already now, Mohan, looking at the interest, that from the district, we can try and see if we can do a workshop on pathways soon. If not, your individual clubs, please go and tell your vice president in education to get you a workshop on pathways. There are so many of us, right? All of the leaders who are in attendance. Good evening, leaders. Sorry, I'm not taking names like Mohan did. A warm welcome to all of you. Each of your leaders have done and are continuing to do these deep dive pathways sessions for your clubs, your areas, your divisions. I have done sessions, Mohan has done sessions, but so many of us have done sessions. So your club can get an exclusive 30-minute educational session on path, whatever Mohan showed you, how to select a path, which buttons to click to assign it to yourself, which project to choose, how to go through each project, right? So we have a deep dive into pathways. We will, from the district, like I said, pass on the recommendation to the TLI to conduct a pathways workshop. In braces, question to you, will you attend it? Or say Sunday evening, Ashes test is going? But yeah, that's another question. But we will do that session, okay? Also, please go to your club, reach out, get yourself a mentor, get yourself assigned a path, ask your clubs to give you help with pathways. I'm not going to take a name, but I'm going to tell you one upsetting fact. One of my very good friends, a DTM, she came to me and said, Raghavan, I am a DTM from the classic path, but I have not even opened pathways yet. What pathways? It broke me because pathways is such a beautiful space to be in. I have not completed my DTM in pathways, but I am already very close. But what I want to tell you is, don't let anybody stop you from exploring pathways, or don't stop yourself from exploring pathways. Go in deep dive. There is so much to learn from pathways. On that note, let me move forward. I have taken notes on a couple of questions that you asked. I will address it very soon. We have come to the last segment. I'll try to finish this off in 5 minutes so that we can spend a little time with questions, not even 5 minutes. Now, mentoring. Experienced members are encouraged to mentor others, and you very soon can become mentors as well. For you to become a mentor, of course, please learn as much as you can and reach out to people who are more experienced than you are to help you mentor. So what a mentor does in Toastmasters within the educational program is basically teach you and tell you how to navigate each project, how you can do an icebreaker, how you can do an inspiring speech, how you can do contests better, because they themselves have done it. And they will give you small guidances here and there. They're just there to polish your rough edges. Remember what my mentor told me, right? Raghavan, if you can get out of Toastmasters what you can get out of Toastmasters, you will never get out of Toastmasters. In physical form, he is not there with us today. But right now, today, all 95 of you have had some influence of his, right? He's now with you. I've given him to you. That's what you can do as a mentor. Your legacy will keep getting forwarded. Take mentoring, take support as well. Each member must get assigned a mentor as soon as you join. The person responsible to assign you a mentor is Vice President Education of your club. So please reach out. We have seen this. You have seen the hierarchy. I'm just reiterating the message. In each of these layers, you can get the opportunity to express yourself, learn, and get mentored. Club, area, division, district, region, and world headquarters. Let's just move forward. Some of you asked about awards and recognition, right? What are the different awards in the district? What can I get? What is in it for me? Yeah, awards are an integral part of it. The Distinguished Toastmasters badge that you get, the DTM badge, you wear it with pride. I don't want to show off, but on my table right now, here are a couple of trophies that I will always have. I'm not going to show you, but imagine there are 2 trophies just behind the camera. Okay, this is my work desk, and I always have it here. In the physical world, a few years back, clubs had this magical thing here. They had ribbons. You used to get these ribbons, blue color, purple ribbons, and me and Vijay, Toastmaster Vijay Lakshmi Soundarajan, we used to compete. Hey, are you getting more ribbons or am I getting more ribbons this month? We will see. Whenever you won a Best Speaker award in your club, you get a ribbon, Best Speaker, Best Table Topic Speaker. Now, with the digital forum, it has turned into badges. It has turned into a background. So now my VP PR actually creates a virtual background like this. With there will be a small badge somewhere here virtually that says Best Table Topic Speaker of this meeting. So if you are a VP PR, Vice President Public Relations of your club, you can create an asset like this. And then every time somebody wins, you can just give them the background and give them the right to show off that background for 2 meetings or rolling trophies or so on and so forth. In addition to these club awards, there are various awards that the district has in its system. Awards for Best Outstanding Toastmaster of the Year. Now, when Gayatri CG's introduction was read, right, I lost track because it only said best everything, no? Best area director, best member, best president of the United States of America, best everything. She was best area director, best division director, best CGD. That's great pride, isn't it? And she got all that because the district has a very clear structure. It asks you to do specific things. And once you do all that, the only thing Gayatri is missing is best citizen of the country. That is also soon to come. So you will have access to win all that. Again, in NMO, we are touching on it. The details will be shared to you via your area directors. That will come to your club executive committee, ask for it, get it, and then you have something to aim for. To be a best outstanding Toastmaster, what should I do? To get Triple Crown Award, for example, if within a specific educational year, you are getting 3 educational awards, level 1, level 2, level 3, or path 1, path 2, whatever. If you are achieving that, you get a Triple Crown Award. There are so many outstanding Toastmaster, President Distinguished Club, Select Distinguished Area, so on and so forth. Please do reach. What you need to know now is be aware that there is an educational program, there is an award program. Please reach out and get more such information. All right. This is where Mohan wants to show you and inspire you and say, hey guys, please get out of this laptop. Stop it, yeah. 2.5 years of speaking to this small dot, which is the camera, enough. Let's come and meet with each other. When you meet Mohan, no, you will look at him like this. He's so tall, yeah. I'm like craning my neck, always talking to him. I'm like, Mohan, you stay 5 feet high. So meet with people. The magic of Toastmasters is multifold when you meet each other. These are pictures that were taken in the recently concluded district conference. I hope some of you were there. I personally missed it. But yeah, I've been part of all conferences since 2012. So I know. Look at the faces, right? Look at all of them smiling and showing off. This can be you. Please find ways to meet in person. Because the more you meet, the more magical it's going to get. Okay, let's go to some Q&A. I have already consolidated some of the questions and answers. And let's just tick off whatever we have answered and then see what we have not answered. Good. Yes, Mohan.
We could go back. Something that you mentioned before.
Huh?
Something that Raghavan, whom we are sitting with.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The man who's almost sandwiched. Yeah, between the best host today and the best district director of PQD is actually the world champion of public speaking, Mike Carr. He was the one. So when I said world champion of public speaking, I showed you the hierarchy, right? Club, area, division, district, regional quarterfinals, semifinals, and the world championship finals. And even there, you have to win against competition. In the conference, Mike Carr came down personally and we had I think he himself said, I have not had so many selfies taken of me like I've been taken off here. Subhashini herself took 75, I think. So you get to meet with the world champion in flesh and blood. Tomorrow you can be that world champion. I will already take a picture with you, but still I will show off when you win that championship. But that is the magic, right? He's sitting right there, unassuming among everybody. That chance to meet somebody who has achieved so much is, I think, one of the most important things of a conference. So yeah, Mohan, thank you for pointing it out. I missed it, so jealousy only. That's why I moved forward. But yeah. But hey, I think the essence of the picture is also not just Mike Carr. Mike Carr got the outstanding opportunity to be with all of us, right? To be with this set of amazing leaders. Each one is inspirational. The conference chair, Subbu, for example, when you meet with him, when you talk to him, you know how much sweat and blood he has put in to organize this conference, and every role player who made it happen. So yeah. Okay, I'll just keep harping on it. So let's go back to the questions. Goal setting and maximizing the forum's facilities. We spoke about goal setting. Remember, goals should be out of reach, but never out of sight. Maximizing the forum's facilities. Silver bullet, attend every meeting. Take roles in every event that happens around you. One thing will lead to another, and I'm sure you will take the maximum out of it. How to achieve the DTM? We saw 2 paths. Explained pathway navigation. Mohan walked you through it. You can go in detail through your club. You can also revisit the recording and the slide pack as well. Roles and explanation of each roles. We did that. Meeting flow. We saw hierarchy of Toastmasters. I'm sure you all know members, club, area, division, district, region, board of directors, and global headquarters. Clarity about the forum. I want to know more about Toastmasters. How do I learn? What do I learn? You know the basic building blocks. You know pathways. Put them together. You have it. Executive committee and how do I fit in? I think Srishti's question was that, right? I've taken 2 roles. Now I don't know what I should do next, or I'm thinking of what to do next. A simple answer for all of you. Which role you want to take? Sorry, Siri is jumping in. So what you want to do next in the forum as a member, as an executive committee, or 12 years, gray hair and all have come. What are you still doing here, Raghavan? Well, it depends on your goal. Srishti specifically answering to, I don't know if you're still in the call, which role you should take next depends on what your goal is. What do you want to do next? What did you come in for? Where are you on your journey towards your goal? That must determine what you should do. If you want to become great at marketing, take VP PR. If you want to become better at being better with interactions with people, take VP membership. Or if you want to become better in a role that you have already played, go ahead, take the same role again. I have done all 7 executive committee roles, some multiple times. So the answer is different for each individual, and Srishti, to you specifically, what should define what next is what is your goal? What is your short-term goal? What is your medium-term goal? And this is something you can discuss in person with your mentor or mentors as well. Resources and making maximum use of it. Well, please go to toastmasters.org and play around. Spend an hour, just play around. Log in through your sign-in. Keep playing around and you will learn so much more. We will, of course, do a deep dive on pathways soon enough, but go to toastmasters.org.
So there's another question.
Yeah, I'm coming to it.
Chat box. Yeah.
Okay, guys, it's 7:34. We were supposed to wind up by 7:30. So in case some of you have other appointments, I can completely understand. Do drop in a note on your feedback and then leave if you want to. Others, if you can stay for 10 more minutes, let's see what other questions we have, and we'll try to answer it for all of you. Don't leave without feedback. Just try to leave with a feedback. Okay. Oh yeah, some of you are like, Raghavan, can you give us your contact details? Seriously, I'm not lying. Some of you have asked. I am posting it here. Anytime you need any support, any help, please feel free to reach out. I'm just checking. Okay. We have answered Prasad's question. I've answered Sharmili. Mohan has given digital ribbons. Okay. Which pins and ribbons we get from D120? Yeah. Mohan, do you want to answer that question from Nagajoti? Which pins and ribbon do we get from District 120, or which all need to be purchased by club?
Yeah. See, DTM and all DTM we give, district officers we give. Otherwise, sometimes we recognize the conference chairs and all those with pins, but otherwise we don't just like that give any pins. If needed, we have to purchase it from Toastmasters. So yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Mohan. Friends, we will take 3 questions and then we'll see if we can extend to 5. If you have any questions, please unmute and share your questions. Of course, feedback form is there. Please drop in your feedback. But yeah, questions, please. Are they coming up on chat? No questions, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Somebody can at least ask Raghavan, how is your throat?
Yeah, I think
okay, I have a question.
Roshni has one. Please go ahead, Roshni.
Okay. Hello, Toastmasters. I'm Roshni from a college club in Coimbatore.
Hi, Roshni.
Yeah. I am the VP Education elect for the upcoming term. And we are just rebuilding the club. So I'm not having a clear idea of what has to be done. I did go through the leadership book. I saw that, but can I get a more clearer idea? Because I feel like this is a heavier responsibility.
Yeah. Good. Roshni, I will slightly rephrase the challenge you're facing. Don't look at it as a heavier responsibility. Look at it as an outstanding opportunity, right? Because crisis honestly develops you into someone better. Now, Roshni, I will give you 2 answers. First answer, what should I do to revive my club? Have a very clear action plan, Roshni. Okay. Now, you set yourself a target, right? Similarly, set your club a target. What do I want at the end of my term for my club? How should my club be? Should it be just revived, or it should be flourishing with health? Should it have 5 members, 10 members, 20 members, 50 members? What do you think you can do? So have a discussion with your fellow executive committee members. Come up with a realistic goal and a plan. Because this is the first step you should take. And this step will tell you who all you should reach out to, who are all the stakeholders needed, and how you can achieve the goal. Okay? Because if you go blindly, I want to revive my club. What is reviving your club? Having meetings every week? That though with 2 people you can do, no? So what is exactly your goal? Put it down on paper. Then you will know, okay, if I have to conduct high quality meeting, I need 8 distinct role players every week. So I need to talk to 8 different members, ask them to attend mandatorily. I have to have educational sessions to inspire my club. So I will talk to my area director to bring in educational speakers from outside. I need every club member to have a mentor so that they progress well. Again, I need for this my area director's support. Okay. So first of all, do the hard thing. Draft a very clear plan for yourselves, Roshni, and your club. What do I want the club to achieve in my duration? Second, of course, is the very easy answer, Roshni. All you have to do is get in touch with your area director and ask your area director to support you. And together, you can form a very clear plan and take it forward. But I would really advise you to do the first point first, because then it makes everything else clearer. It is an opportunity, Roshni, for sure. All of us face it. Have a very clear plan set up, clear vision, then everything will fall in place. If you need any help, please reach out to me. Please reach out to any of us. We will always support you. I know it was not a silver bullet answer, but yeah, draft a plan. That's the most quantifiable immediate action.
Raghavan, just to add on that.
Yes, Subhash.
Please attend the OTP.
Yeah. Please attend the officers training program, Roshni. There they will tell you what are all the regular roles and responsibilities for a vice president education. What are you supposed to do throughout your term? That they will give. That is in syllabus, but there will be a lot of out of syllabus questions also in your mind. Draft a plan for it. We will get there.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raghavan. That helped a lot. I did take notes.
All the very best, Roshni.
I hope to meet you in some other stage and tell you how helpful your words were.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. We'll go to Maharajan, who has his hands raised. Maharajan.
Yeah, hi. Yes, sorry. Thank you for giving this opportunity. The question is for dear Mr. Mohanakrishnan. Sir, you have, okay, before that, this is Maharajan. I just joined CSF last 2 weeks back. Okay. And I have a question, sir. This is related to which, as you have gave a one scenario, as a person will speak with his phone while the meeting is going on. It's like a bigger in front of, bigger audience is there, right? So that scenario, is this to gauge or measure the emotional intelligence, sir?
No. I think see, it's called the managing difficult audiences. Let's not go into emotional intelligence and over. Basically, see, we all are here to public speaking, right? Now, how did Raghavan, manage, or I manage when someone suddenly unmuted when they were buying a provision in a provisional store? That's called managing a difficult audience in online, right? Similarly, they want you to get exposed to a room full of audience in future. There might be audience who are not liking what we're speaking, right? Okay. This is the scenario. So TI says you set up such fake environment. If we are at a meeting, I'm going to ask Raghavan saying, Raghavan, you and Subhashni speak when I'm speaking. And then, suddenly ask Subhashni to say, you pick up the phone and talk to your mom. All these will happen live when I'm delivering the session. Imagine how irritating that to be very, very open. But how are you going to manage that audience is a skill that you have to develop as a public speaker. You're not going to have an audience that is going to sit back, relax, and clap for everything that you do. That is only in Toastmasters.
Okay, got it, sir.
But please go through that project. One recommendation to everyone is please read from letter A to Z in your Toastmasters Pathways project. That is the first step that I would recommend. That will get you information.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Maharajan. Thank you so much, Mohan. Final question is from Srividya Hariharan.
Hi, thanks for the wonderful session. It was really informative. When I joined Toastmaster 2 years before, I never had this orientation session. Like Gayatri said, I didn't know the ABC of anything. So this is a really useful session. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Having said that, I just wanted to understand that I understand there are trainings available for officers, club officers. But what about training for roles like club mentor, club coaches, right? And I'm not sure whether those kind of programs or trainings are available at a district level. Just wanted to understand if that is available. For that matter, even for DTM track, is there any training program available for people to understand what it entails?
Yeah, great question. Thank you so much for
Speechcraft.
Yeah, thank you so much for asking, Srividya. I am sharing my screen again. Please let me know if you can see it. Some thumbs up if you can see it. You can. Yeah, Rajavali is nodding her head. Thank you. My internet is dodgy, I think. Are you still able to hear me? Okay. Yeah. So if you can see here, these are, I just ran through the slide, but in this are sessions that are designed and will happen via the TLI, Toastmasters Leadership Institute, across the year. And one of those is what you asked, Srividya, which is club coaches and club mentor training, right? How do you do this? What are all the things that you're supposed to do is something that will be covered through a TLI session. And there are sessions for how to run a speechcraft and how to run other you are asking something else, right? So it is there. So the quick answer to your question is it is there and it is designed. Yeah, Mohan, I see you raising hands. Please go ahead, Mohan.
Yes, I just pinged the link, and we did a session for coaches, mentors, and sponsors earlier this year. We're in the fair of the year, so we named it Club Health Matters. I just pinged the link. Take a look at that. And there is going to be a session later. All you have to do is keep watching your email. That's the primary thing, right? You will when something like that happens.
All right. Thank you so much, Srividya. Okay, I feel like I've run a marathon, which is saying a lot because I don't even know the spelling of a marathon. But yeah, it's been fantastic. I've loved the energy from each of you. I really hope sincerely that you've taken something back from this meeting, and this meeting has helped you get your feet on the ground as Toastmasters members. Remember this. If you can get out of Toastmasters what you can get out of Toastmasters, you will never get out of Toastmasters. Thank you so much. You've been a lovely audience, and I've enjoyed speaking with you and being with you. It's time for me to end my speaking and give it back to the wonderful MC of the day. Back to you, Toastmasters Yavana.
Thank you, Raghavan, for a mind-blowing as well as informative session on how abouts of Toastmasters. Energy is always like when someone hits us with the massive energy, right? We'll not be able to stand stationary. We'll also start running along with the energy. Just like a nuclear fission reaction, when one small neutron, when it hits, it makes lots and lots of energy to everyone. The same vibe we got from three distinguished Toastmasters today. They hit us strong with so much of energy. That energy will give us so lot to do in Toastmasters and to reach great goals in Toastmasters, both in professional as well as personal front. So let's take it that way. And thank you so much, one and all. Please do share your feedback as well, which we have dropped as a link in the chat box. It was so nice to see you all on Sunday. Have a happy and wonderful journey in Toastmasters. Thank you so much, DTM Mohanakrishnan, DTM Raghavan, and DTM Gayatri, all the members of Toastmasters. See you all. Bye-bye.